We got him. He is going down. Hey guys, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. Today we're out here in Yukon. Today we're going to be talking about what you would like to see added to this awesome game. What would you like to see added to this game, guys, that would make it more fun for you? That's what we're going to talk about today. Thought that would be a very interesting topic to cover. Now, if you guys wouldn't mind letting me know in the comments what you would like to see added to Call of the Wild, what are the things that you think this game really needs that would really make it just amazing. More amazing. All right. Now, speaking of hunting out here in Yukon, I know a lot of people have been asking for a means to cross water. Something like a canoe or some sort of boat or the ability to swim. I don't know what would work in the game. I really don't. I mean, you can't really swim because in all reality, you would be carrying all your gear with you. And I don't think you would be able to cross a river swimming with all of your rifles and everything, would you? Not in reality. So I don't know if that is gonna work. Oh, I pressed it. It just clicked and didn't go. Oh, a 6. That one got her. Him. That one got him. But yeah, definitely crossing the river somehow would save us time. For me, anything that cuts back on the amount of running and traveling that I have to do in game is going to be a huge benefit. Because I kind of feel like sometimes this game should be called Run of the Wild because I spend half my time running around, especially in multiplayer. I mean, you can tent up your own maps, but most multiplayer maps, you have to run from lake to lake or wherever it is that you are going, and that can be a big pain in the neck. So anything that's going to cut back on that for me is a huge benefit. Now, unfortunately, they... Oh, that's bad! Oops. So they actually fixed the health pack. They changed the health pack so that you can no longer use it when jumping off of any elevation, which is sad. Sad face for me. Now, another thing that people have been wanting added to this game that I've been hearing for a while is adding feeders. Now, this is an image of a feeder that I found online. And would you guys like to see these added to the game? I guess the idea would be to put a feeder out and then come back and hunt, see what animals are around it, right? And it'll just attract the animals. So feeders would be very cool. Another thing that I've heard people want added to the game is trail cams. And actually that was mentioned during one of the EW live streams, and TK, he is one of the community managers. What he said to that was that he thought that would be a good thing to add to the game once we have more great ones in the game. So maybe it is something that we will eventually see. But trail cams set up. 3 shots into him, but he's gone. We're getting his respawn, so that's all good. But I guess going back and looking at the footage of your trail cam could be very handy for finding out if you do have another great one on the map. Now, I personally would like to see another great one, at least one other species of great one added to the game, and I would like to see that really, really soon. We have had whitetail great ones out for a year and a half now. I believe they came out a year ago in April. And I really thought we would have seen another one by now. But we did have COVID, so there is that. Got her. You dead. Ooh, hello. Sweet! I haven't hunted grizzlies in a while. They are really fun. Now, I did make a video, and I will put a link on the screen and below the video on what you guys would like to see as the next great one. Now, a very popular vote in the community is to see mule deer as the next great one. I think that would be very cool. But this is my top list of species for the next great one that I would like to see personally. I would like to see moose. Oh, I would love a moose great one. I would like to see mule deer, fallow, red deer, grizzly bears would be very cool. Although I don't know how you'd have different variations of them, as they don't have a rack. But those are some of the tops for me. I just like to see another Great One species. We need something new added to this game really, really soon, because we just need a pick-me-up. We really do. I got bears all over the place. But yeah, the thing with Great Ones is they really keep players busy for a very long period of time. And I really think adding a new Great One to the game would bring a lot of players back. I think the last release, it wasn't super great for the game and we have lost a lot of players, so we really need some new things added to the game to bring Call of the Wild back to its former glory, and that would be amazing. Double splat is what you call that. If you guys have any particular species that you would like to see as the next new Great One, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you would like to see added to the game. And I honestly do think we are going to get a new Great One very soon. I don't know. I know that Magels, when she is on those EW streams and people ask her about it, she gets this little twinkle in her eye. And I really think they are working on it. I think it's coming. I don't know that. I honestly don't know that, but I really do think it's time. It's been a long time, and we will see a new map in December. More than likely, we have every single year. I personally am hoping for a second Africa map for the next new map, but any variety of maps would be amazing. Another thing I would love to see added to the game is another weapon pack. We need a 17 HMR in this game so bad. We need something to replace the 243. We are forced to take the 243 out in Savannah, in Layton, and I just don't want to be forced to take the 243 out anymore. We really need a 17 HMR. We've been asking for one of those for a very long time, and we have not seen a new weapon pack in a long, long time. I don't even remember when the last one was, but it's been eons. And that was a level 1 and a level 5, 57.6. Okay guys, so we are actually here in Classic now, and this is a hunt that was quite a few months ago. It was one of my very first times playing Classic, and if you can believe this, this is a huge muley non-typical, and I would love to see non-typicals added to Call of the Wild. That would be so great. If they added non-typicals to Call of the Wild, even for one species of deer, it would bring so many players back to this game. Everyone would be hunting that species immediately. It would just bring so much hype and so much excitement. Look at this insane mule deer. And if you can believe it, guys, this is my very first bow shot in Classic ever. I had never used a bow before. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. That's the truth. But I did know that this was an insane trophy, and I knew I needed to make a good shot, so let's see. This wasn't a video, so you may have already seen this, guys. But here it is. What a moment that was. And a special thanks to Corpse Kill Gaming. He was there with me. And down he goes.
Dropped him. Oh my gosh.
He was well within his rights to shoot this amazing muley, but he let me do it, so that was pretty awesome of him. But yeah, non-typicals would be so great. And I think that if they were to add non-typicals even to one species, that one species would probably be whitetail in Call of the Wild. I would be happy with any species, any non-typicals. I would be there. I would be hunting them like, wow, like crazy. I don't know how soon we will see them. I know they are planning to add non-typicals to Call of the Wild. They have said they are. As soon as all of the true racks are done, and we do still have some species of true racks that need to be added to the game, but not too many. Okay guys, so now we're out here in MedVed, which leads me to the next thing that we need in the game, and that would be some new species to be added to pre-existing maps. I would love to see a couple new species, at least one, added to MedVed. I would love to see a new species added to Hirschfelden. Something to bring more people onto these maps. MedVed is a super fun map. It's actually one of my favorite maps, but it is not a popular map. And I think by adding species such as Arctic fox and snow geese would bring so many people onto this map. Now I know the problem with adding new species to pre-existing maps is that they don't make money from it, but bringing people back to the game will make them make money in the long run. It's actually a pretty nice level 3. Like, that is a really nice rack for a level 3. It just needs to be bigger. But yeah, new species on pre-existing maps is something we really do need. And they have done it in the past. They did add European rabbits to Hirschfelden way after the fact. That was the last new species to be added to a pre-existing map. They added jackrabbits, white-tailed jackrabbits to Layton way after Layton came out. That was a species that was added. So it has happened in the past. What species would you guys like to see added to existing maps, and which maps would you like to see them added to? Now, another thing that I have heard players suggest that they would like to see added to the game is the ability to fast travel to lookout towers, blinds, and tree stands. I don't know if they would add all that, but even being able to fast travel to outlooks would be very cool. Because actually hunting from outlooks is a really great way to hunt. They like to put feed zones all around these outlook towers, I've noticed, so they're really great places to hunt from. Another thing I would love to see added to Call of the Wild would be clay pigeon shooting. A way to practice on moving targets would help players become so much better at hitting those moving targets, because they are not that easy to hit. It would help tremendously with hunting pheasants that you now have to hit in the air. You do not get score on pheasants when they are grounded. So adding clay pigeons would definitely help us increase our skill set to help hunt with things like pheasants. Another thing that I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I personally would love to see the same mechanic that they've added to pheasants added to the rest of the ducks and birds in the game, added to all the ducks, all 3 species, and geese. Would you guys like to see that? I personally would, because I think it would add a lot of challenge. And challenge is fun. Things get boring when things are too easy. So we really don't want them to be too easy. Heart shot. Now, another thing I would personally like to see changed to multiplayer. Basically, right now, you can just go into multiplayer and you can look at anyone's waypoint. It isn't voluntary, and I'd like them to change it to be voluntary. I don't personally want people to know where my waypoint is in a multiplayer, and I would like the ability to say no. That may keep me off of multiplayer, that's all I'm saying. I ran past my moose. I'm a doorknob. I have my moments. Yeah, that's a nice moose. He's not bad. Wonky! What a wonky moose. And that was a beautiful heart shot. Okay guys, so we are now in my Great One Grind Lodge, and the reason we're in the lodge is because the lodge is one thing that needs a lot of work in Call of the Wild. I love the trophy lodges, I love that we have them. It's so amazing that the actual harvest that we kill in game we can actually put in our lodge and keep it forever, which is amazing. But the organization here in the lodge does leave a lot to be desired. And I know that they are working on getting better organization, but right now, when you go into Trophy Manager, it's not organized by date properly. There's no way to search for anything at all. You just have to scroll down the list, and it is very, very time consuming. I personally would like the ability to go up to a trophy on the wall and delete it right off the wall. That would be very handy. Then I know exactly what I'm deleting, because sometimes I delete things by accident thinking they are something that they are not from looking at it in a list. And I think that would be very, very helpful. Other things I'd like to see added to the lodge would be a green screen. Maybe that's because I am a content creator. I would love a green screen. It would tremendously help me out with thumbnails, but it would be a really fun feature for people for taking images. Another thing I would love to see is the ability to put captures up on the wall. To be able to take a capture of, say, the Great One on the ground, standing over him with my rifle. I'd like to put that image up on the wall behind my trophy. I don't know if we'll ever see that, but that would be amazing. But yeah, we do need a lot of work done in the lodge. It is a great feature to have the trophy lodges, but I think some improvements would make them even better. What kind of changes would you guys like to see to the lodge? Organization for sure, 100%. But yeah, those trophy captures, and I would also love to see the ability to take the same kind of trophy captures in Call of the Wild as they do in Classic. Why do we not have that? That's super cool. The first time I played Classic and Corpse showed me how to do that, I was like, oh my goodness, we so need this in Call of the Wild. We do. I don't know, it's kind of makes me scratch my head. Why do they have it in Classic and we don't have it in Call of the Wild? I hope it comes. That would be amazing. But yeah, those are all of the things that would be amazing to eventually see added to Call of the Wild to make this amazing game even more amazing. If you guys would like to share this video with EW, I am more than okay with it. I hope it was done respectfully. I'm not trying to bash anyone. That is not the purpose here. Just some fun brainstorming on some things that would be really amazing to have in Call of the Wild. And that is gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. If you did enjoy the video, I'm gonna ask you to do one thing, smash that like button, and if you'd like to join us for more daily Call of the Wild content, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notify bell, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.